Hi guys, welcome to Chain Reaction. My name is Jakes and this is Little G.
Brother Jake?
Hi Little G. So guys, today's going to be a simple and easy one. It's maintaining your bikes for beginners. So yeah, like I said last time to you guys, we're going to start from A to Z, going through every little step owning a bike, from getting your bike, cleaning your bike, starting to ride your bike, starting to enjoy your bike, then starting more advanced stuff like going on track days and really to know the nitty-gritty of everything. So Little G, are you ready for this one?
Yeah, let's do this.
So let's start. So the first thing we have to talk about is obviously keeping your bike clean and neat. So Little G, can you give us a little more information about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So this bike gets washed with a very gentle soap, high foam content, avoid scratches, keeping it plastic nice and neat. A lot of plastic on this bike. I would not advise using anything like dishwashing liquid. It's not good. It really messes up plastics, attracts dirt. So yeah, soft brushes, soft cloths, if you don't want to do it yourself, I take my bike to a car wash. Old biker, he knows what he's doing, maintains my bike, keeps it nice and clean.
100%, and that's the question I wanted to ask you is, what type of soaps must you use on a bike like this?
Yeah, so it's very specific soap, again, high foam content stuff, snow foam, those types of things where the foam actually runs off and takes the dust and stuff off the bike, preventing scratches. So keep it mild, nothing harsh.
Okay, and then the next thing we have to talk about is obviously the chain, and that's a big thing for a bike. Let's start with the first question then, is how many kilometers or miles do you need to check your chain?
So every 1,000 kilometers, 700 miles for our other international guys. Check for if it's too tight, check if it's too loose. So check your links, once you got the bike on this paddock stand, you can turn the wheel a bit and check that your chain is running at a constant. Check for any kinks. Make sure that it's nice and tight. Make sure it's clean. No grease, grit, dirt. Those things are stuck in there. It doesn't just protect your chain, but it protects your sprockets. And it's a lot smoother ride. Less chatter.
Another thing is that maybe beginners overlook and don't care about mostly is tire pressures, right? We know that's very important. So yeah, give us a quick tip there about this, your bike's tires, and how you should look to them and after them.
Absolutely. So every time when I get on the bike, I check for anything such as nails, cuts, corrosion. Tire does corrode and get hard and brittle. Make sure your tire pressures are at factory spec. Always refer to the manufacturer's guide. A soft tire, you damage your tire, your ride's uncomfortable, it's unstable. Too hard, you wear the center of the tire out. So make sure that your tire pressures are always good.
Okay, no, that's good advice. And yeah, another thing is, guys, what we have to think of is our brakes on our bikes. We always look at the go, never the woe. That's a problem for everybody. But yeah, Gavin, just explain to us what do you have to check on your brakes, what do you need to know about brakes and that kind of things.
Okay, so brakes, you're always looking at, is there enough meat on the brake pads? Check your discs, make sure that they are straight, that they're not warped or bent in any which way. Make sure they tight down properly. Always check if you've got any brake fade or too much play. Check front and back. There we go. Brother Jakes, check the color of your fluid for your brakes. Also very, very important. Clear some are clear with a light yellow tint in them. Okay. This bike and this manufacturer recommends Motul, so we use Motul and the right ones. But yes, very, very important. Make sure no air bubbles, make sure nothing's leaking, make sure that you got the woe.
Okay. That's good advice. Lastly, talking about fluids and that kind of things, is your oils and your fluids in your bike is, when do you start looking at your fluids, making sure your fluids is right, if they need to be changed, they need to be changed. Give us a bit more information about that.
So I change my oils and my oil filter every 7,000 kilometers. I think that's about 3,500 miles, almost 4,000 miles for our international guys that work in miles. Make sure that your oils are always clean. If it starts getting really black for the time, especially if you ride a lot, you might need to change your intervals a little bit sooner. So from 7,000 down to 5,000 kilometers, 2,500 miles, 2,000 miles for the international guys. And yes, make sure that you're using the correct oils.
Okay.
But I check it every time I go out on a ride, make sure the levels are right.
It's very important. I do agree with you on that one. Yeah, so then it comes to the last thing, guys, and it is just pre-ride checks. So how do you make sure your bike is safe when you climb on it? Is there like a checklist you do every time you climb on a bike, or do you just climb on a bike and go?
Yeah, I used to just jump on and go and then figure out everything along. But pre-ride checks, I always come and check out, switch my ignition on, make sure my lights are working, make sure my indicators are working, you know, all my electricals are good.
Okay.
And then we go down and I check tire pressures, I check my brakes, I check my chain, check my fuel, because that's the go-go juice.
Yeah.
And yes, so my pre-ride checks is electronics, then the mechanicals, make sure everything's good, let the bike warm up nice, and then go and enjoy the ride.
Definitely, definitely. I think that's very important. So yes, guys, then that's it for today. I must thank you guys for watching. Be safe, ride safe, and then we will see you in the next one. So Gavin, can you please tell us more?
Guys, so as you've watched this, hit the like button, please smash the subscribe button, it's free. Leave a comment if you feel that we've missed anything, or you can help us help educate new riders, those that are thinking about starting to ride. Please leave us comments.
Yes, guys, I think comments is very important for us. I think it is a growth point for everybody in this channel, right?
Correct.
That's it. So see you then in the next one.
Cheers. Be safe out there, guys.